Today we are going to review A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings and specifically look at the reading comprehension questions that we did towards the beginning of reading the short story. These questions will help you prepare for your quiz tomorrow. So again, the overall theme of A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings is arguably that people should treat those with differences with respect. However, people often treat the unknown with cruelty due to fear and selfishness. This theme and this lesson is revealed and emphasized in the story through the use of magical realism. The author's incorporation of magical realism through the Old Man with Wings reveals how cruel people can be when they are faced with something that they don't understand. Rather than offering kindness or helping the old man with wings, the people throw things at him. They try to see what they can gain personally through their interaction with him. And so their treatment of the old man with wings is considered cruel, and it reveals how selfish people can be. Also, the use of magical realism in the short story reveals how people are motivated by greed and what they can obtain or gain from others, as is the case in the short story with Elisinde. Rather than trying to break up the crowd that was looking at the old man, she decided to charge 5 cents so that she could gain something from the situation. So the short story really reveals aspects of human nature and the horrible aspects of human nature. And so the author does this and uses the magical realism to show that aspect of ourselves in hopes that we can correct that in the future. So let's look at the questions and what happens in the short story. So in the beginning, what does Plow think is causing his child to be sick? Because in the beginning, we start out and Plow and Elisinde are overwhelmed with crabs that are in the house and their child is sick. So what does Plow think is causing the child to be sick? Plow thought that the stench from the crabs that had come inside the house was the reason for the child and why he had a temperature. The newborn child had a temperature all night, and they thought it was due to the stench. So there's your quote and your evidence. Number 2, what does Plow find at the rear of the courtyard? Plow finds an old man with wings. He had to go very close to see that it was an old man, a very old man, lying face down in the mud, who, in spite of his tremendous efforts, couldn't get up, impeded by enormous wings. What is the name of Plow's wife? Plow's wife's name is Elisinde. Frightened by a nightmare, Plow ran to get Elisinde, his wife, who was putting compresses on the sick child, and he took her to the rear of the courtyard to show her the old man. What was the old man dressed like? The old man was dressed like a rag picker. He was dressed like a rag picker. Marquez, page 1. What do Elisinde and Plow decide that the old man is? At first, they believed he was a sailor who had come ashore from a shipwreck. Why does the neighbor woman think he is there? The neighbor woman thinks he is an angel who came to get the child who is sick. Does the baby's health improve, and how? The baby's health did improve. His fever broke and he finally had an appetite. And everyone, Plow and Elisinde and the neighbor woman, believed he got better due to the arrival of the old man with wings. How do the people react to this angel? The townspeople react as if the angel is an attraction to which they can make fun of, throw things at, and sell. The people treat him without any respect and act as if he is there for their amusement. What does the parish notice about the angel? So again, a parish is a member of the Catholic Church. The parish believed he was an impostor angel because he didn't speak the language of the gods, and he didn't think he appeared as an angel should because the old man looked like a human except he had wings. And the quote reveals this. The parish priest had his first suspicion of an impostor when he saw that he did not understand the language of God or know how to greet his ministers. Then he noticed that seen close up, he was much too human. He had an unbearable smell of the outdoors. The backside of his wings was strewn with parasites, and his main feathers had been mistreated by terrestrial winds, and nothing about him measured up to the proud dignity of angels. Why does Father Gonzaga speak to the man in Latin? Father Gonzaga believes that Latin is the language of God and that it would prove whether or not he is an angel if he understood and replied to the priest in Latin. How does Elisinde profit from the angel? Elisinde decided to charge 5 cents for admission to see the angel. How does the angel respond to all of the attention? The angel didn't retaliate against the abuse or attention and didn't try to gain more attention. In fact, he ignored the townspeople and only tried to get as comfortable as he could in the chicken coop. What did his only supernatural virtue seem to be? Patience. And if you'll remember in the story, he was stuck in a chicken coop because they didn't give him any other shelter. The townspeople threw food at him all of the time. They came and stared at him. They branded him with an iron steer. The only thing that this angel did was speak whenever he was hurt and they couldn't understand him. And actually, speaking is maybe too strong of a word. He would just make exclamations out of pain or fear. And he would just sit there and take whatever was given to him by the townspeople. So you have to remember these people kept doing all of these horrible acts towards him, and he just took it. What does the wise neighbor woman try to feed the old man? She tried to feed him mothballs because she believed that it was the food prescribed for angels. What did they do to the old man when they thought he might be dead? The townspeople stuck an iron for branding in his side when he had been still for too long out of fear that he was dead. What are 2 superstitions that Father Gonzaga and the people test to see if the old man is an angel? To test to see if he is an angel, they try to see if he had a belly button, determine his dialect, see if he could fit on the head of a pin, and see if he was Norwegian. And again, the use of or the incorporation of Father Gonzaga and the heavy use of religion within the short story emphasizes how cruel people can be, because historically people who belong to a religion, or especially people who belong to the Christian faith, are taught to treat those how they would like to be treated, to turn the other cheek, love thy neighbor. And so the use of the Catholic faith in this emphasizes that even people who are taught these lessons, their basic human nature to fear what they do not know can sometimes override what they have been taught. And this just, again, emphasizes the lesson to be learned. What new carnival attraction came to town that took the attention away from the old man? A woman who had been changed into a spider. What 2 reasons did people go to this new person? People were allowed to ask her any questions they had and to examine her in order to see the truth of what she was. People also went to her to see if she could perform miracles for them. What happened to the old man and the child at the same time? The angel and the child had chickenpox at the same time. What does the angel do in the end? And is Elisinde relieved? In the end, the angel flies away once he gains enough strength to fly. Elisinde is relieved because she selfishly was glad that the annoyance of the angel would no longer be a factor in her life. And again, the author left this ending open-ended because rather than any of the townspeople learning their lesson and learning that they had treated the angel horribly, the open-endedness of the short story emphasizes how human nature can override, again, what we've been taught, and it emphasizes to the audience how horrible these people were. The audience recognizes that they didn't learn the lesson, and in that, the audience should be able to come away from this story and say, I never want to treat others as those townspeople did. So using this video and using the video from Tuesday, prepare for the quiz tomorrow.